get back to our architecture diagram once again. So guys, so basically, just clearing our fundamentals. So indexer is the Splunk component which is going to receive the logs, okay, and universal forwarder, so which is going to forward the logs to the indexer. So basically, so there will be one listening port in this particular indexer which will be accepting the logs, and we need to tell the universal forwarder that it needs to forward the logs to this particular instance on a particular port. And for the search head, we have to tell the search head that if it wants to search the logs in this particular indexer, then we need to provide the IP address and the port basically, and so that it can go ahead and carry on its searching process. Okay, so these are all the configuration that we have to do in order to see our logs on the search head. Okay, so let us see in the search head as of now, guys. If you see, so this is my search head, if you remember. So how do I know this is my search head? If you see 172.31.42.164, if I see here, so this is the search head which we have decided, right? So let us log in quickly and I will show you, right? So let's go get into our search and reporting app. So where all the searches happens. Okay. So now what I will do, I will type here index underscore internal. So basically in the internal index, we see all the logs for the Splunk instances. So basically all the audit logs, default log dedicated to the Splunk will be able to see under the underscore internal index. Okay. So as of now, I'm only seeing logs for one instance, which is for the search head itself. So now our main goal will be for now to see the internal logs for the universal forwarder as well. So for the universal forwarder IP address is 172.31.37.198. So basically we should see two hosts now. Okay. So let's proceed with our configuration now. So first of all, what I will do is I am going to log into my indexer to enable the receiving. Okay. So for as the indexer IP address is ends with 207. Okay, so there are two ways of configuring that. I have created a notepad file. Okay, so basically two things, two ways. One is through the GUI and one is through the configuration as well. So always you won't have the freedom of using the GUI, so you can then in that case you can use the configuration files. So I will be showing you this for the configuration file as of now. Yeah, again I can show you through the console as well. Okay, so basically let's proceed with our meanwhile this instance is logging in, we can proceed with our uh, configuration. So let's go to our opd splunk slash bin, sorry, slash etc slash system slash local. Okay, so in this particular directory we have to create a file called as inputs.conf. Okay, so basically inputs.conf is used for defining all the inputs. So basically this is again a input, so basically a listening port that we are configuring, so that is a inputs configuration. Okay, so just what we need to do is we need to copy this particular configuration and paste it in this particular thing and save it. Once that is done, guys, okay, we have done it from here, right, from the configuration. Even we can do it from the console as well. If we go to settings and then if we go to forwarding and receiving, so you can click on this configure receiving and you can even create the receiving from here as well. You can just click on new receiving port and you can provide the listening port number here. So okay, so we are using 9997 as of now. So the same thing can be done from here as well, but we are doing it from as of now from the backend itself through the help of the configuration files. Once that is done, now you have to restart the Splunk instance. So cd opt splunk bin and then just click on Splunk restart. Okay, so as you see, right, so our Splunk instance is launched. So how do we know that it is the receiving is successfully configured? One is through the configuration file, right? If you see the configuration file, it will be already there. If I show you cd slash opt slash Splunk slash etc slash system slash local, right? So if you see here, there is a configuration file created. If I do a cat on the inputs.form, it is already created. Now to confirm the same has been configured, we can see it from the GUI interface as well. See, right? It was not there previously, right? Now guys, we can see that. So this means that the receiving has been configured. So the next step what we have to do is we have to enable forwarding on the universal forwarder, right? So what we will do, we will go to the universal forwarder now. So this is my universal forwarder instance. So 198, just let me confirm it from my AWS console as well, right? So this is the instance what we have where we are right now. So in order to configure the forwarding, so there are two ways to do that as well. So one is through the configuration file, and again one is through the command. So this is the command that we can run. So basically this command what we will run, it is going to again output the same things in the configuration file only. So you can do any of the way. So I'll be proceeding with the configuration file as of now. So in the outputs.conf file, so basically we tell in the outputs.conf file like where you need to put this logs. Okay, so then there is a stanza TCP out colon group one, and then the server IP address and the port. So this is the IP address of the server, basically our indexer where it is going to put the logs or basically forward the logs, and then the port where it is listening, right? So this is the configuration. So let us quickly go to that particular path, cd slash opt slash Splunk slash etc slash system slash local, right? So here you don't see any outputs.conf file, right? Nano outputs.conf. Okay, so that being done, now we are going to copy paste this particular configuration file, configuration basically. So just let's verify the IP address. So 172.31.36.207. So this should be the IP address of my indexer, which it already is, right? So what we can do is we can save this particular file quickly. Okay, and any configuration changes, you have to just restart the Splunk instance. Okay, so we'll go to this particular directory and we'll type Splunk restart. So guys, uh, our indexer configuration is completed. Our universal forwarder is completed, but still we won't be able to logs because the search head is still not connected to the instance, to the indexer, right? So for doing that, what we have to do is we have to again log into our search head right now. So let us quickly log into our search head. So this is my search head, right? So guys, again, let me become root here. Okay. So again, if you see here in my notepad, so there are two ways to do that as well, guys. So you can do it from the from the GUI, and there is a command as well. So basically I will be running this particular command as well. So let me quickly explain you. So Splunk add search server in the sense the server from where it will be searching the log. So basically here the server means that the indexer, right? So this is the IP address of the indexer and the port 8089, and the authentication of your Splunk server and the authentication of the remote Splunk server, right? Once you do that, you can do it, you will be able to see that log. So we two ways of doing that as well, right? This is from the con from the terminal, and let me go to my opt Splunk and bin. So before running this command, let me quickly show you uh, the search head. So this is my search head, right, guys? So if I go to settings and if I go to my distributed search, you'll be seeing here search peers, right? So you can click here add new, and you can provide the same thing here as well. So basically the peer URI, remote username, remote password, and we need to provide the confirm. So the remote in the sense the password of the indexes, like the credentials. So same thing can be done from here as well. And if you click on save, we will be able to see. So right now, as you see, right guys, so we are not seeing any search peers as of now. So let me quickly run this particular command and let's see. So it shows like peer added, right? Okay, so I'm not able to see as of now. So what I will do a quick Splunk restart network. So my Splunk instance is restarted. So what we will do, just quickly log into this particular instance. Okay. If you see, if I clicked on the search PS, right, guys, now previously there was nothing, right? Now I'm able to see one instance. So this particular instance is nothing but my Splunk indexer, right? So let's now try to see the internal logs if I'm able to see those internal logs from my system or not. Okay, let's try doing that. So let me type index equal to underscore internal. So if you see now, guys, host, so there are three hosts now added. Okay, so one host is the 164. This is my search head, but there are additional two hosts, 207 and 198. So why these two hosts, guys? We have enabled forwarding, and as well as we have configured the search head to search in the search peers. So that's why we are able to see the logs from this particular universal forwarder. See, if we verify the IP address dot 198, you see this is the IP address, and now if I going to see the IP address of my indexer, I'm able to see the logs from this. So basically, these are some internal logs that we are able to see.